Everyone, welcome back to this channel. In our previous video, we talked about citation. We in fact talked about the different citation style that we have, and we talked about the APA 7th edition, and we said that APA stands for American Psychological Association. The 7th edition as a referencing style being used in all universities, yes, and also being used in Nigeria. And although different schools, or let me say different institutions, make use of some different styles depending, we have advanced styles and the likes, but then in this video we are focusing on the upper edition style because that is what we are using. And we've talked about the upper 7th edition, how to use it in our citation. We've talked about the different rules of citation. So, and I promise that I'm going to show you the 6th edition, the 6th edition of this upper. And okay, so before we move to what's the major thing that we need to discuss in this video today, let me quickly run us through the upper 6th edition. Okay, in the previous video we talked about the different ways of inter-citation for upper 7th edition, and we talk about the rules of false citation. Okay, for 7th edition also, if you are citing at the end of a statement, yes, it still follows this route. It still follows this way of upper 7th edition. Like you're citing multiple authors at the end of your statement, you will still cite them this way. Yeah, we follow this pattern that I highlighted here. And if it is two authors you are citing at the end of a statement, you will still cite them this way. If you're citing multiple authors at the end of a statement, you still cite them this way. Now, if you are citing at the beginning of a statement, if you are citing for a single author, you still cite them this way. You are citing for two authors, the citation still goes this way. You understand? If you are citing multiple authors, the citation still goes this way. Now, the major difference between upper 6th edition and upper 7th edition lies in what I term the rules of citation in our previous video when I said citing more than two authors. In the previous video, when we are citing more than two authors, either we are citing 3 authors, 4 authors, 5 authors, regardless of the number of authors, and we are citing them for the first time, everything goes with et al. What we have here, we are going to make use of the word et al. For them. So either we are citing for the first time, we are citing for the second time, we are citing for the third time, regardless of the number of the authors that authored that article, we are going to cite them this way. At the end of a statement, at the beginning of a statement, at the beginning of a statement, it follows this way. Okay, now for upper 6th edition, there is a slight difference. And the first difference here, I term the rule of false citation. So in upper 6th edition, we have the rule of false citation, we have the rule of second citation and subsequent citation. So for the rule of false citation under upper 6th edition, and we are citing, let's assume that we have 3 authors. And we are citing at the beginning of a statement. We have 3 authors, we are citing for the beginning of a statement. We are going to write out the name of the 3 authors out. We are going to write Everett, Lovett, and Lilibet 2020 at the beginning of a statement. Now, at the end of a statement, this is it at the end of a statement. That's the rule of false citation. Now, assuming I'm citing this for the second time now in my article, it goes this way. That's if I'm citing at the beginning of a statement, and if I am citing at the end of a statement, it will follow this way. So I hope you can see the little differences that is there, that lies in those citation rules. Okay, now for 4 authors too, we also have the rule for 4 authors. Now, if you are citing 4 authors, we are citing 4 authors for the first time, please, it still follow the same rules. We are going to write out the names of those authors out. I'm doing this for those that are still using upper 6th edition in their university. I am doing this for you because in order for you to know what to follow and not what to follow, so that you won't follow upper 7th edition and then your supervisor will be sending you back that you should go and make the correction. I am doing this particularly for you. So, if you're citing 4 authors for the first time, please, upper 6th edition says that we are going to write out their names. Yes, the 4 authors' name. So, we're going to write Everett, Lovett, Lilibet, and Olajide. For this, you know now. This for the beginning of a statement. Now, upper sand for the end of a statement. Yet, we are going to write their 4 names out. Now, if you are citing for the second time too, everything now takes et al. And if you are citing them subsequently in your article, everything takes the form of et al. Now, if it is 5 authors that we are citing, we have Everett, Lovett, Lilibet, Olajide, and Samson. Please, either we are citing for the first time, second time, third time, subsequently, and we have 5 authors. Everything is going to take et al. Everything is going to take et al. So that's the major difference between upper 6th edition and upper 7th edition. It's just a slight difference in the way things are being cited, or let me say, a little difference in the citation style, in the citation way. Yeah, style way. It's the same thing. All right, so let's move to the real business of the day. Okay, we've talked about the rules of false citation. We have talked about the rules of false citation now. Quickly, I want to discuss the issue of citing organizations. Like we are citing organization, or we are citing bodies, corporate bodies. Yes, we are citing what corporate bodies have said. How do we go about it? Whenever, you see, most of the times, depending on the kind of topic that we are working on, there are times that some of the things that are useful to our work might not be found in journal articles, but a report of a corporate bodies. You know, we have different kind of corporate bodies. The World Bank, International Monetary Fund. Who else do we have? World Bank, International Monetary Fund. Yes, we have IFRS 2, International Financial Reporting Standard. It might be PwC. It might be Deloitte. Any corporate bodies. You know, corporate bodies are organizations. Okay? So, how do we cite these people when we are citing them for the first time? The second citation is often quite simple, but then how do we cite them when we are citing corporate bodies for the first time? Okay, let me put this heading here: citation of corporate bodies, so that we are going to separate them of corporate bodies. This is the heading of what we have for today: citation of corporate bodies. First time citation. Now, let's go back to this example that we'll be making use in our video. Now, in this paragraph here, we have in the global context, let's see what we have here. In the global context, the regulatory framework, particularly the adoption of International Financial Reporting Standard, IFRS, plays a significant role in lease accounting choice. IFRS 16, effective from January 1, 2019, has led to the changes in the accounting treatment of leases, requiring lessees to capitalize most leases on their statements of financial position. Okay, so what do we have here? There is something I want to call our attention to here. Now, you see here, let's take this again. Okay, before we take it, the corporate body that we have here, see, is International Financial Reporting Standard. That's the corporate body that we have in this particular statement here. Now, let's take that statement again. In the global context, the regulatory framework, particularly the adoption of international financial reporting standard, plays a significant role in lease accounting choice. Now, here you see that I am not citing international accounting standard. You understand? I am not citing international financial reporting standard rather, but I'm just making reference to it. Like in the global context, the regulatory framework, particularly the adoption of international financial reporting standard, that is, I'm making reference to that. But because it's a corporate body and I am bringing it out for the first time, note, please, everything here has to be in capital letter. When we are writing international, the I have to be in capital letter. When we are writing financial, the F has to be in capital letter. When we are writing reporting, the R has to be in capital letter. When we are writing standard, the S has to be in capital letter. The reason, and then I will now summarize, like I will bracket them and write the acronym IFRS. You understand? The reason for doing this is because I might still want to use it subsequently in the body of the work. Now, for me to save myself the stress of writing international financial reporting standard in the subsequent session of my work, for instance, this particular statement, I made reference to this particular corporate body in my chapter 1, and all through my chapter 1, I didn't talk about them again. And then I got to my chapter 2, and then I want to make reference to it again. In order to avoid writing it out again, like International Financial Reporting Standard says whatever in my chapter 2, why making reference to that corporate body for the first time? Why making reference to that corporate body for the first time? I will have to capitalize the first words of each of the name of that body and then write out the acronyms in capital letter. That is exactly what has been done here. Now, there is something I want to now see here. The second time, I now want to make reference to the same IFRS, that is International Financial Reporting Standard, for the second time. I want us to look at what we have. You see, IFRS 16, effective from January 1, 2019, has led to changes in the accounting treatment of leases, requiring lessees to capitalize most leases on their statements of financial position. What do we have there? I want us to see something. Now, because I have written out the name and the acronyms of this corporate body, why making reference to them for the first time? I now have for the rules of second mention or rules of second citation. We still come to that citation. Then what we see here is mention. For the rule of second mention, you see, I do not have to write the name of that corporate body anymore. I do not have to bother myself to write International Financial Reporting Standard 16, effective from January 1, 2019. I've saved myself the stress of writing them out, but rather I will just put the acronym. IFRS 16, effective January 1, 2019, has led to changes in accounting treatment of lessees. This is the position of APA, either 7th edition, 6th edition, with all the editions. This is their stance when it comes to corporate bodies. The rule of first mention that we have here, the rule of second mention, subsequent mention, and then even when we are citing. Now let's assume that I want to cite IFRS, like this corporate body, I want to cite them. I'm not referring to them now. I'm not just mentioning them. Now I want to cite them. Maybe they said something, and I want to cite them. How do I do about it? Now, I will twist this particular word. and turn it into citation so that we can say. Now we have first citation. Sorry, first citation. Now, what do we have here? I don't want to say in the global context, the context of whatever. Now, I want to say, IFRS plays a significant role in this accounting choice. Okay, I might say, okay, let's assume I just want to choose that word, so that it's going to turn to citation. Okay, now let's assume at the beginning of the statement, like I'm citing at the beginning of a statement, this particular statement. Now it might be, as posited, I've shown you the different kind of ways to begin your words at the beginning of a statement, or start writing your statements at the beginning. I've showed you, so I'm just picking any of those now. As posited by international financial accounting standard board. As posited by International Accounting Standard Board, the year of what they said it has to follow, Abi. You understand? But recall, I'm citing them for the first time. So, following our mentions, we have to write out the acronyms. As you can see, I've written the beginning of each words that makes up the name of the corporate body in capital letter. So, I will have to write out their names. We have to write out the acronyms now in brackets, IFRS. Now, on the notes, you are expecting me to write, that's it. Then, I will now write 20. Let's assume that 2016, Abi. On the notes, this is what you're expecting me to write, Abi. As presented by International Financial Accounting Standard Board, IFRS 2016. No. That's not how to write it. It's going to be this way. I'll write out the acronyms and then put comma. I will write out the acronyms and put comma. Now, as posited by our International Accounting Standard Board, IFRS, that's the acronyms, 2016, comma, whatsoever they says we follow. I hope you get it. Now, if you are writing at the end of a statement, like this citation, this is the beginning of a statement. Now, this citation is at the end of a statement, like we want to cite it for the first time, and the citation is at the end of a statement. How do we go about it? Now, let me copy this. Let's come back here. Let me put citation at the end of a statement so that we can know. Now, we are citing at the end of a statement here. Citation at the end of a statement. How do we go about it? Citation at the end of a statement. The as posited by will no longer be there. We've talked about everything we want to talk about. Blah 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 blah. All those stuffs. They've said everything they wanted to say. Now, at the end of a statement, it will come like this. Yes. International Financial Accounting Standard, IFRS 2016. This is how it goes at the end of a statement. We are citing a corporate body. This is how it goes at the end of a statement. Now, in our subsequent citation, what the first time citation now, in our second time citation, second and subsequent citation, after we've established this rule, like we've done it this way, what happens when we are citing for the second time? We are citing the same corporate bodies for the second time. How do we go about it? Now, let me copy and bring this to our attention here. Now, we are citing for the second time and subsequent citation. Instead of, we've established the acronyms in the first citation. Now, instead of writing the full names or repeating what we've done in the first citation, all we need to do for the second citation, we remove no more writing of the full name, as posited by IFRS directly, IFRS 2016. As posited by IFRS 2016, comma, followed by whatsoever they said. That's that. And if it is at the end of a statement, and we are citing for the second time or subsequent citation, all the statement that has been said will have been written, and then at the end, we just put IFRS, comma, 2016. I hope you can see the beauty of first citation and second citation and citing corporate bodies now. So that's about citation of corporate body. No matter the corporate body that you are citing, please always follow this citation rule. So that will be all for our video today. If you are yet to subscribe, kindly subscribe. If you have friends that are into these stuff together and then they are confused, please share with them, share with your friends, share with your enemies too. And if you have any question, please drop it in the comment section. See you in the next video. In our next video, we shall be talking about references and everything we need to know about references. So, see our next video. Bye.